like that. Woo!
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Pull-Up Show. My name is BJ Matthews, a.k.a. B Jizzle.
Hey, man, and this your co-host that does it the most, Rick Masters. Look, man, look, y'all already know me and B Jizzle got the sweaters. We told you we had the sweaters. Black, white, red hoodies. We coming strong, man. So, hey, at Rick Masters 23, at Rick Masters 23, man. Mr. Lee on Instagram, Rick Masters everywhere else. Hey, come get your sweaters, come get your shirts. You know we got the colors, man. B Jizzle, back to you.
Like my man said, you know what I'm saying? Get your sweaters and shirts today or any day of the, time of the year. White, black, and red. We got them all shapes, sizes, and colors. You know what I mean? And you can send us through our Facebook, through our Cash App. Ticker right there, $ BJ Matthews. You can send all your donations and all your orders, what you want to do. Send them to that, and we'll get that to you right away. A full good week of shows, bro. We're going to top it off with our last subject. We got the king of the NBA, the face of the league. We got Mr. LeBron James. Just re-signed a 2-year, $97 million deal with the LA Lakers, bro. So, first of all, we talked about the Lakers a little bit this week. Patrick Beverley getting signed to the Lakers. Does that mean Russell Westbrook is going to be leaving the Lakers because, the history between him and Pat Bev is not very good? But we got a chance. We need to talk a little bit about the king. Him re-signed his deal, I think, last week for 2 years and $97.1 million. So him being at 37 years old, how do you feel about him signing this deal? And do you feel like the direction of the Lakers is going up or down? I know me and you talked about it privately. What you want to tell the audience? Let me hear it.
All right, play is for keeps. Salute, man, salute. And Maverick Nation is in the house by Jomari. I hope I'm saying your name right, but salute to both you guys. So, look, man, like you said, we talked about this in private, man. Look, now I'm gonna look at this, and first of all, kind of like how everybody says, let me make sure I give Mr. LeBron James his flowers, because I don't hate the man or nothing like that. 18-time All-Star, right? 2019 20 assist champ, 18 All-NBA, 03-04 Rookie of the Year, 6-time All-Defense, 4-time Finals MVP, 08 scoring champ, 4-time NBA champ, 03-04 All-Rookie, 3-time All-Star MVP, 4-time Finals MVP. Look, man, 4 times MVP for All-Star. Look, we know he's great, all right? We know he's great. I never had an issue with his greatness. I just look, man, and I'm not gonna lie to you. When I seen him play, even last year, I mean, he's still putting up good numbers. Problem is, it's that team, man. Now, I still see some LeBron antics, Derek Black, if you're listening. All right, this is what I mean. Okay. Because when we had our talk, BJ, with your uncle that was on, what was the topic? We had like 3 topics this week I jumped on. But basically, your uncle was on this one. And pretty much he called it out. And that's what I mean by antics is, look, at the end of the day, I'm just tired of seeing LeBron for the simple fact that it's never like his fault. Even though he's the face, he's the star, he's the this. And even though he does his thing as an individual, that's why I said the man's great. Even though he does his thing, I just feel like they're going to use a scapegoat. And we know who that scapegoat was in this organization. And that was Westbrook. Right? So I think him signing, I just want to say, man, he does keep up his body, he does stay in shape, but I would like to see more of a team cohesion if he gonna stay this long. I want to see some winning, and we need to get into the playoffs and not to play in. So I think he did it for, of course, business reasons, personal reasons. I mean, you live in LA, you know what I'm saying? Stuff costs money out there. He's a billionaire. I got all that. But at the end of the day, man, I just want a season where it's like the Los Angeles Lakers and not LeBron in the Los Angeles Lakers. You know what I'm saying? Like the 5 heartbeats. So I don't have a problem with it. I just want an actual season. I'm just tired of when LeBron starts to fall and crash, it has to go to somebody else's fault. Oh, AD is hurt. That's why they didn't. Oh, Westbrook can't shoot. Oh, come on, man. Come on. LeBron has been getting this type of treatment most of his career. And he has good teams. He has good players on his teams. That's the only thing I mean by antics, man. I just want to see some real basketball, man. So if he produces that this year, I won't have a problem. But if it goes to what I've been seeing for the last 20 years of my life, I'm gonna have a problem. I'm just sick of
it. Yeah, so like we just said, man, LeBron's owed a 2-year, $97.1 million deal. So the first year next year is guaranteed. The second year is optional. So he has the option to opt out and test the free market when he's a free agent. So really it's 1 year guarantee right now. But depending on how the season goes, choose if you're going to come back for the second year. But 2-year, $97.1 million is a lot of money. You said it. You said LeBron's already a billionaire. He's already got money. Mm-hmm. So if you got that much money, $97 million, as crazy as it sounds, is kind of like a drop in the bucket for LeBron James. So I don't know the negotiation between him and the Lakers, what they figure things out. If LeBron's looking to, get the most he can, or could he have taken less to get that same help that he claims that he does not have, or his fans claim he does not have? What are you really there for? You got certain people saying LeBron should take all the money he can. That's stupid to take a pay cut. That's the owner's job to, or the GM's job to get their players and, figure out the money. You just come out there and be the product and play. And then you got other people who saying, you know what, if you're really about winning and about team and about sacrifice, you should look for every avenue to help the team out to get other players to help you produce. Because in this league right now, you need at least 2 to 3 stars, and a good, nice little amount of role players to win today. Back in our era, it used to be just a dynamic duo with 2 players and maybe a center and a guard and like a few good role players. But now, so the NBA is so competitive and it's people teaming up, you need quality talent on your team. And the Lakers they don't have it. Like, forget Westbrook, forget AD. They don't have the roster. If you look at that full roster, they do not have a really, really strong roster, right? So, first off, people got to understand when it comes to salary and money in the NBA, each team is different. You look at some of these teams, their salary they got right now. So if I look at, let's say, the Clippers, my team, their total salary is $195 million. So that means that's how much they're paying their players, the team payroll. All together, all the players and I think the staff, coaches, that's how much it comes up to, $195 million. If you look at a team like, say, the Chicago Bulls, it's about $152 million. Right? Team payroll. Everybody can see that. So each team is different based off the owner you got and the team that you have and what the owner is willing to spend. Steve Ballmer of the LA Clippers is the richest owner in not just NBA, but sports. So that's why the salary is a little bit higher for the Clippers. That's why their payroll is a little bit higher, because he got the money to spend. Now, if I look at the Lakers, bro, their salary is $171. Nice little good amount of money. You know what I'm saying? But if LeBron's averaging $92 million for the next couple of years, and then you got guys like Westbrook, $47 million, Anthony Davis, $37 million, these top 3 guys are eating up all the salary cap. Hope everybody's staying with me. Hit that like button. But Russ, LeBron, and AD are responsible for almost a third of the salary for the Lakers. Pat Beverly is the next highest paid player after those 3 with $11 million. So that means really Pat Beverly's your 4th best player, which I don't see how you're going to win a championship with Pat Beverly's your 4th best player. You know what I mean? So going back to what I say with LeBron, he has to decide, is it about you winning or is it about you? Which me and you've had a problem with about him for a long period of time. He puts his facade out there. He's all about the team, but his antics and what he does doesn't always back that up. I'm not saying he's not a, strong person, like he's not a good father, good husband, philanthropist, all that stuff. I'm talking about how he moves with business and with his team. Right? So I'm going to throw it back to you, bro. And kind of let you, counteract that and, add anything else you want to add on.
Man, what I'm gonna say to that is that I don't even, as much as people credit LeBron and how and him being the GOAT and things of that nature, which I have no issue with. That's your GOAT. My thing is he don't even need more superstars or a better team if he's the greatest player. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm gonna go back to Kobe. I won't even go back to Jordan. I'm gonna go back to Kobe back in them 2010 finals against them Hall of Famers. He played against them Celtics. Kobe found a way to win. He found a way to win with that team. And the reason why I'm using him as a reference, because sometimes Jordan is people don't like, it's like they look at him like a cheat code. So I'm gonna use somebody else that can be compared to him. At the end of the day, Kobe found a way to win with that team. Okay. And my thing is, if LeBron is as great as many people says he is, he needs to find a way to win. Kobe did the impossible with that team in 2010. He did the impossible. Like, how do you beat all them Hall of Famers like that? Like, how he figured it out. He figured it out, man. And I'm gonna need LeBron to figure something out. Whether you're gonna still use Russell Westbrook and AD, whether, like you said, whether you are gonna get some new pieces in there, because we know you the GM secretly. We know you got to give it. You got to give like the okay to people. You know what I'm saying? People you want to play with. So it's like, look, man, figure it out, because we know you can play still. You still gonna get your individual stats. And my thing is, man, look. At Detroit Pistons, 04-05 with some bad boys back then. They found a way to win. You know what I mean? I mean, they beat Kobe. I ain't gonna say my Lakers because I was a Kobe fan. They beat my Kobe, man. So they found a way to win, despite what was going on back then. So I'm gonna need you to find a way to win. You the greatest. You the greatest of all time. I need you to figure it out. So I don't really have nothing against them, man. It's just some of the greatest players of all time figured it out. They figured it out. And so my point is this: whether you want to stay with AD and Russell Westbrook and the team that you have now, or if you want to do what you do in the past and go get some more soup, whatever you need to do, you need to figure it out. Because for 20 years straight, I don't want to see you just get to the finals or not get to the finals, and it's just you stacking the sheets. That's kind of like repetitive at this point. We know that you can get a triple-double. We know that you're a great player. Like, if you're the greatest, I need you to show that. I need you to produce something like other great players in the past did. They showed that they can win with what they have, or they had to make the moves to win. People come at KD. He went to the Golden State, but he won. My argument, it never changed. When KD went to the Warriors, what did I tell you, BJ, before he even started playing one game with the Warriors? I said, if he wins all 3 years, I ain't going to say nothing.
Right.
If he wouldn't have got hurt, he most likely would have won all 3 years, and I wasn't gonna say nothing. I'm like, long as you win, I'm not gonna say nothing to you. And that's why I never came hard on KD, because I was like, look, all right, you went to the Warriors, you better win, and he did, and got Finals MVP in each one that he played in, fully without getting hurt. I'm quiet. I don't say nothing to him. But LeBron, he goes somewhere, he makes the team, he chooses the people he liked to play with. I want to see something. You're the greatest of all time. You're the greatest. That's what people say. So I need you to figure out a way to win, man. It's like I said, it just gets old, man. It gets real redundant when all I see you do is stack the sheets. No, I want to see some chips, man. You're the greatest player of all time. That's all I'm hearing. I hear you all across the media. You know what I mean? So I need to see you do more. And at the end of the day, man, I just look at it like this. If I don't mind your age, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was old winning his sixth championship. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mind the age. If you can play ball, you can play ball. But I need you to win. I don't care about nothing else. I just need you to win, because seeing you go out there, and hearing Shannon say, well, the man averaged 27, 28, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. Okay. And Westbrook did that in OKC. So we know that is obtainable. We know that other players can do that too. But can you win some chips? And then the last thing I'm gonna leave with is this: LeBron is a freak of nature. Like, he was God gave him a cheat code within his own athleticism and body type. at 6'8", and the way he plays, it's like, bro, there is no way you should only have 4 chips right now. You should be killing back in them Eastern Conference days. So it's, to me at this point, man, look, LeBron, either win with what you have. I kind of want no excuses. You either win with what you have, or you make the changes like you did in the past,
right?
Win some more. Because at this point, man, I don't want to see another season where I hear the media, I hear the news, oh, you know, LeBron needs more help, or LeBron, you know, when he has a bad game, oh, you know, he is 37. I'm tired of hearing these excuses, man. I'm tired, because other players in the past were up against some strong oppositions where they really probably shouldn't have won, but they figured it out. And if you're the GOAT, you need to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I'm just tired of the media having his back because he got spanked. No, figure it out, man. You need to figure it out. I have no issues with you playing at age 40. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't want to hear another season about, well, you know, LeBron is an individual. The man is great. No. That's not what the NBA is about. I need you to win. We remember champions. That's what we remember over here. And for all the people that you know, well, he got to the look. I'm from the old school. Winning is what you know makes you great to me. I need you to win. I don't care about how many times you got somewhere and lost. I don't like that. You know, nobody. You know, what does it take to be number one? That old Nelly song. You know,
who's not a winner, 3 nobody remembers.
There you go. Nobody remember. I'm from that era. I don't, you know, I'm not LeBron. I'm not pissing on your greatness as an individual. We know you're one of the top 5 players of all. We know that, but I need you, if you're going to stay in the NBA, I need you to produce some more championships. That's all. That's all I personally want. You know what I'm saying? But definitely don't have nothing against the brother. We all know he's a great father, philanthropist, all that. We know that. But this is the NBA. It's all about winning chips. You're the greatest player of all time. And I'm going to tell you, BJ, like I told you earlier this week on the show with everybody on the panel, I was like, look, I think LeBron been checked out. And he been checked out when he said he was the greatest player after beating the Warriors. Yeah, that was a you know, beautiful win, right? That was historical. And I'm going to give that to him. That was great. But you gonna stop there? Because to me, that's what he made. He made his mind up. Because he sat back in that chair on that interview and he was like, "Yeah, that's what made me the greatest." And I felt like after he said that, it's like that's been his mindset the whole time. Like I have nothing else to prove. And if LeBron, if he really feels that way, to each his own, to each man is his own. That's fair. But I'm just personally sick of hearing the media just keep giving it to him because he's LeBron. No. We need to see the action behind the reason why you're the greatest. You know what I mean? Right. And honestly, just because you get a triple double because God gave you a impossible body to stop, I just need to see you win more, man. I can't roll with some of the people who's he went here 8 times, 20 times. I don't care. He didn't win. He did not win, and that's the era I come from. He didn't win. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the reason why Dirk is praised so much in Dallas is because, for one, he stayed with his crew. And then, he got beat by Wade and them back in 2006. But guess what he did? It was like a revenge story. He came back and beat them, you know. And he, in my opinion, beat a harder team.
Right.
Way harder team. So it's just like, hey, man, I'm going to need to see some producing. All this talking, man, all this hyping. I need you to go out there and win. I'm from that era. I need to see some chips. I need to see some backup, some proof, some evidence. You know what I mean? But shout out to LeBron, man. Ain't nothing but love. But hey, man, I just come from the world where I don't remember second place. I need to see some chips, because that's all people gonna remember anyway. You know what I'm saying? I need to see something, Mr. GOAT.
Hey, man, good points as usual, brother. But first of all, like how you mentioned, and shout out to Jamari, he's obviously a Mavericks fan. He said, "Yes, thank you, Dirk beat all them boys." I mean, yeah, man, he beat a prime super team, and LeBron has been on 3 super teams in his career. I say it all the time. LeBron has had the most help of any NBA superstar we've ever seen. It's not hate. It's not me being like hard on LeBron. It's just the truth. He's had more super teams than any other NBA star. Yet and still, they still give him a pass. Even with this Laker team, this is a super team, bro. I know people don't want to admit it,
It is.
but you got Russell Westbrook for a reason. You went out there and got Russell Westbrook to try to compete with what Brooklyn had with Kevin Durant, Kyrie, and James Harden. That's why you got Westbrook. You dumped your entire crew to get Westbrook. So since it's not working out the way you thought it was, you want to try to change the description, the definition of a super team, which is 2 all-stars or superstars, and then you add on another all-star. So you had LeBron and Anthony Davis, and you add on a Russell Westbrook, who was still an all-star. But since he doesn't fit with y'all want to try to take credit and throw him under the bus. But that's nonetheless. And you absolutely right, man. What Kobe did in 2010, beating 4 Hall of Famers. I'm talking about Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett. You got future Hall of Famer Rajon Rondo and Ray Allen. Is tougher than what LeBron had to do in 2016 when he had Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love. Let me say it again. What Kobe did in 2010 against the Boston Celtics without another top 75 player on that team. Pau Gasol is not a top 75 player. Andrew Bynum's not a top 75 player. Lamar Odom is not a top 75 player. Derek Fisher, none of those guys are top 75 players. They're good little role players, right? You know what I'm saying? They do their role very well, had a great coach. But Kobe didn't have a stacked team. He didn't have no stacked guys. He had a good crew around him. He was able to lead those guys to be prepared for the Boston Celtics. And he was playing with all types of injuries. Index finger was broken on his shooting hand. That's why he went 6 for 24 from the field in Game 7, but he had 15 rebounds in that same game. He was responsible for making Ray Allen go like 2 for 15 in Game 7. There's other aspects of the game of basketball that people don't pay attention to. They just look at the scores, they look at the stat sheet and think, oh, that he just had a bad game. No, go back and watch Game 7 of the 2010 NBA Finals and see what Kobe did. And he did all that without a top 75 player. When LeBron had Kyrie Irving was averaging 28 points in that series. You had Kevin Love, who was a vital piece before he came to the Cleveland Cavaliers, a 20-20 guy. You beat a Golden State Warriors team that was not a super team yet. They didn't have Kevin Durant. They were just coming off of their first championship. Yes, they did win 72 games, but they weren't no super team. They just had a good season. But that in the media seems to always get echoed in there as if he has just a high mountain to climb. I tell people all the time, the media sets the narrative. What you tune on, what you listen to every day, Undisputed, First Take, First Things First, all those sports shows is what determines what masses really think about a certain player. Y'all know what I'm saying? So if we gotta, really get into the nascent crux of it, as far as the signing of the deal, listen, like I said, I don't have the problem with you taking the money. But don't take the money and then go back and say, I ain't got no help. That's BS. That's you trying to play both sides of the field. Because I remember there's a person, and Bruce will like this one because he actually, adores this player. But I remember Tim Duncan taking a pay cut so the Spurs can be competitive the next season. Tim Duncan has 5 NBA championships, 5 and 1 in the finals. He played with great teams, but he sacrificed, and you could just tell he wanted to win at all costs. He didn't care about statistics. He didn't care about personal accolades. He didn't care about personal success. He cared about the team first, and that's why the Spurs are successful as they are, because they had Tim Duncan right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, if y'all read what he's saying, I'm gonna move this comment out the way so y'all can see. Excuse me, let me take this out. So the massive pay cut Duncan took likely represents the last contract of his NBA career, from $21.6 million in 2011-2012 to $9.65 million. So you cut half my paycheck. I go from making 20. Look at Rick. I paid $22 million. I get paid for a season. I'm the 3rd highest paid player, and that time was a lot of money. To now, I'm getting paid $10 million the next year. Now, remember what happened in 2012, 2013. The Spurs won the championship. So that move that he did by cutting his paycheck in half was allowing the Spurs to still be competitive. But Tim Duncan, as great as he is, he could have been like, you know what, bump y'all, like Tony Parker and Manager Ginobili. I'm not cutting my paycheck. Y'all can go somewhere else. I don't need y'all. But he didn't do that. He said, I'm going to cut my money in half. I'm going to help keep y'all here and bring in other additions to this team. Right. And that's what by the Spurs have looked at, how they looked at by the outsiders, like a well-oiled machine. Tim Duncan's responsible for a lot of success that goes on that organization. People want to give credit to Popovich. People want to give credit to R.C. Buford, the general manager of the Spurs, which they're definitely pieces. But Tim Duncan is the straw that he stirs the drink. You know what I'm saying? You know, as much as we love Kobe Bryant, bro, I got to also talk about Kobe for a minute. And this is just the facts. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to be biased. Kobe, as great as he is, yes, he took a big deal after he won that championship. I believe he signed a 3-year deal for, I believe, $97 million or something like that. But when he got hurt, he tore his Achilles, he signed another big deal, a 2-year deal. And I think it cost the Lakers to go into a little bit of a drought. In 2013, he signed another big deal all the way up until he retired. And that caused the Lakers to be pretty bad. Y'all remember the Lakers in 13 to 16, they were not that very good. And a lot of it had to do with Kobe, having sign that big, massive deal where he could have, lessened his money. But I'm more understanding of what Kobe did because, number one, what he means to the Laker franchise. I can see him saying, you know what, this is my last go around. I'm owed this money. I put a lot into this organization. Let me just go and grab this little $45 million. So I'm a little bit understanding of what he did. But LeBron being a multi-billionaire and you sign a 2-year, $97.1 million deal, and then you look at this roster, the fourth highest paid player is Patrick Beverly. What does that say, $13 million? You didn't have to take that much money, man. You could have made a pay cut to try to get in other pieces to help your team out that you say you don't have enough help with, or your fans say you don't have enough help with. Right? So, hey, to each his own, man. That's his decision. I'm not trying to count LeBron's pockets, but I'm just saying, don't come saying that you don't have no help, but you have the power to, change your circumstance. That's all I'm saying. Well, I'm gonna pay it back to you.
All the damn power. You know what I'm saying? Like all the power. I'm talking about from media all the way down to the water boy. You get to choose the water boy. You probably want a water girl. He go get a water girl. Like it's LeBron James world, man. So at the end of the day, I think what me and BJ are just alluding to is that, we just tired, man. We look, man. We not falling for the banana in the tailpipe, man. Like, oh man, I ain't have no help. Oh man, the coaches ain't getting what I need. Oh, it's the coach, or it's the players. Look, man. BJ used a good point. He just put up there Tim Duncan reduced half, and it really was worth more than 21 million in my opinion.
What
was worth more than 21 million? Like he was the franchise. Okay, Tim Duncan, man, look, man, I don't know if some of you basketball fans out there remember Tim Duncan like I do, but Tim Duncan deserved way more than 21 million. That dude was that guy. Matter of fact, when he jumped on the team, when he first got there, when David Robinson was still there, they won. Like he was the main reason why they won. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you said, he was that straw that stirred up the drink, man. Like he was that dude. So it's just one of those things where it's like, LeBron, man, we have too many, we have superstars before you that showed you different ways. Like I said, LeBron Kobe Bryant back in 2010 against them Celtics, he figured it out. Tim Duncan in his career, he figured it out. He did a different route, but he figured it out. Because like BJ said, it was like, look, I'm Tim Duncan. I already brought chips here. I'm the main man. I want my whole paycheck. I don't care about no Ginobili and no Tony Parker. I don't care. I'm the face of this. He could have easily did, but he didn't because he wanted to win. And so a lot of times in the way players move and their behavior and their antics, Derek Black, and the way they kind of do things, you understand where their mind is at. And like I said, from LeBron's own mouth, he said it. He was like, oh, and I beat the Warriors, man, that made me the great. So his mindset was made up. It was made up to him. So my only thing is don't talk out of both sides of your mouth. Either you're the greatest because of this, or you're going to show us that you're the greatest because of this. But when it comes to losing, I don't want to hear nothing about I didn't have this or I didn't have that. Or, West Call was hurt. I don't care, man. I don't care. We have too many examples. We using Kobe and Tim Duncan just as two reference points to show you that some of the greatest players of all time, and to some people's mindsets are the GOATs to them, figured it out, LeBron. Figured it out. They figured it out. It doesn't matter whether they took a pay cut, whether they got their team together like Kobe. They figured it out and they won that chip. And LeBron, as great as people say you are, and as great as you feel that you are from saying what you said, we need you to also figure it out. But look, man, if we're going to see another season where you don't even make the damn play in and, you average and triple, I'm just tired of seeing it, man. I need you to do something with what you have or get a new crew like you did with the Heat and go win. But that's all I got to say.
Man, that's all good, points. But we want to definitely hear from the, the people, I'm saying, the fans, the audience in here, man. We definitely want to hear from y'all. Continue to hit that like button, man. Going through some of these comments before we let people in. Let's see. Man, this dude Jamar he been posting a lot. He said, "Thank you for being honest. Tim Duncan would have not done what Kobe did." Hey, like I said, man, we love Kobe, man, but let's be honest. Like, those last 3 seasons, the Lakers, Kobe taking a lot of money. It kind of shackled them for quite some time, man. Like, and I think that's what's going to happen with this Laker team now. LeBron eating up the salary cap the way they looking, and the team don't really have no young talent, no young players. I just think they're going to be going through another drought for another 3-4 years after LeBron leaves. So, it is what it is, man. Let me see. Let's see. Oh, we got Bruce in here.
There we go.
Yeah, man. Bruce, was good?
Hey, what's up, gentlemen? How you guys doing?
Doing good,
man.
Yeah, that's good. That's great.
I know you're ready to say something.
No, go ahead.
No, I want you. No, go ahead. You take the floor, bro.
I mean, I already said that I respect LeBron. He was a great player. He was a great player. He's still good player. But I don't think he's just trying to get his retirement money now. So trying to set up his 401k. And
BJ put that picture up.
He's just waiting. He's just waiting for his son to get in. And he wants to make sure that his son get a contract. He doesn't want his son to go to a G League. So, he's like, hey, if you get my son a contract, you have me on the team, and you're gonna make a lot of money because this could be my last year. So, and then the team could sign Bronny for like 5 years. So, you never know. So I think that's what's going on right now. He's just trying to get his son a contract. I think the other son might be better than the first one. So
you talking about Bryce?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Kendall Smith, salute, bro. He said Clippers are taking over LA. Shit, they already took over LA. Just gotta get the championship. They just gotta get the ring, bro. So. What you think, Rick?
No, I wanted to ask Bruce. So you think Bryce is better than Bronny?
Yes, he's already taller. More, I see more talent. I think Bronny could be a serviceable player. I think he's gonna play like a couple years and then he's gonna be in management. LeBron manager or something, like Damon Jones. Damon Jones is doing right now. So.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, Bronny's he's one of them players, like, he's not flashy, but he got game. if that makes sense. He plays the game the right way. He's athletic. He's about 6'2", 6'3", got good size to him as a point guard, got a nice handle, getting stronger, got, a good shot. But it's nothing like you say like what LeBron was at his age at 18. You don't see that because he's 6 inches shorter and he just doesn't have just the girth that LeBron did. So the other kid, Bryce, though, he could become that if he keeps growing. Make a good point.
I mean, there's a lot of Bronny in G League right now.
Mm-hmm.
And Dwayne Wade's son, nobody was picking him up. The only G League that picked him up was the Utah Jazz G League. I wonder why. So that's why you see a lot of great players. They have too much expectation for them. Like Michael Jordan kids. And the last one, he was okay. He was okay basketball player. He just quit basketball because he didn't agree with what the team was deciding. But he was okay. He could have made the G League. So, yeah. So I don't think LeBron is for the championships anymore. He's just for. Do you guys hear him talk about championships anymore? I don't think it. He does not. He used to talk about championships all the time. Hey, we're gonna get a team. We're gonna try to win a championship. Now he doesn't talk about it. Oh, we're just gonna play better. We're just gonna show how we do. Are we good? That's what he's talking about.
Yeah, I know LeBron's mindset because the reason why he ain't talking about because he sees it right on the wall. Like these teams are just better. I can name 5, 6 teams who are no doubt better than the Lakers in the West. The Warriors, the Clippers, the Mavs, the Grizzlies, the Suns, the Nuggets. Those are 6 teams who I can just name that are better based on what the Lakers have right now. But LeBron, his mindset is basically, I'm just here to get the stats, get up out of here. If a ring comes, it comes. But I think the bubble ring he got one with LA. He's like, okay, I'm good. Because he don't want to put too much pressure on himself in the public. That's why I think with him saying he was a GOAT after 2018, I think that was more about him trying to close the argument so people won't try to throw in Jordan again. Because, I mean, he was on top of the mountain at that time. And when you're on top of the mountain, you can dictate the rules. Like, there's players that become the best in one year, and then the next year they look like what happened. But since he was a champion at that time, and he was in the GOAT debate, he's like, okay, remember this. Don't remember nothing else. Forget what I did in 11. Forget what I did in 14. Forget what I did. I'm talking about right now. I'm the best player of all time. And that type of thing, you know what I'm saying, transfers in people's minds because they remember that moment. Like who gets on TV and say, I'm the greatest of all time? Have you seen anybody say that? Like just say that out their mouth?
Muhammad Ali.
Okay. Only difference between him and Ali is I think Ali he always said it. He didn't just come out after 1 month, I'm the greatest. He always had, and he did it for more of himself. I think LeBron said that for other people to get their validation.
I think LeBron wants to be the greatest in everything. He wants to be remembered as Ali, better than Ali off the court, better than Jordan off the court. That's all. That's his ambition. He wants to be remembered as the athlete, the greatest athlete of all time, on the court and off the court.
I think what plays for keeps. Sorry, Brody. How can Bron be a GOAT and have more law? No, I think what BJ is basically saying, players for keeps, is that in the moment, like people forget stuff real quick. Like I use a different reference here. Like people laugh at Dwight Howard, but the dude won 3 defensive players of the year in a row. Like, and then that team he had, I mean, even went to the finals. It's like he was a bad dude, but you remember his previous, like the most recent things with the Hawks when he went to the Hawks. That wasn't his best years. So what BJ is basically saying is Bron knew, because he's a smart guy. Like I said, LeBron, I'm not crapping on him. He's a smart guy. He knows how to play the crowd. He knows how to play the media. Like BJ just basically saying at that moment in his life, after he beat the Warriors in a historical way like he did, it's like, hey, that makes me the greatest. You know what I'm saying? Who else did that? 3-1. Come on, y'all. That makes me the greatest. And so he already knows that people's memory is so-so. But when it comes to people like Bruce, me, BJ, we don't fall for that crap. And we ain't falling. Yeah, you did an absolutely historical thing. But now, to me, in our opinions, it makes it harder for you. It does put pressure. Oh, so you could do that. Then you still beat the 2010 Mavs if you could do stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where, you know, he's trying to placate and mess with the mind of certain people who don't really watch the game like other people do. But we ain't gonna let you slide.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Man, I feel y'all. And even a better one, and before Bubba talks, Paul George. After that one bubble incident with Paul George, his whole move went down the next season. If he didn't do what he did against, you know, the Jazz and the Suns in the next playoffs, people think PG would still be like, oh, he's a scrub, or he chokes all the time. Like that would be the notion out there. So people only remember what happened recently. But what's good, Bubba?
Salute to everybody on the panel, man. Excuse me, sorry about that. I feel like the contract that LeBron signed, I don't really blame LeBron. I blame the front office for giving him that money. You know, LeBron, I mean, he had all the leverage in the world in the sense of, you know, if you didn't give him that contract, the next season he could have left for free without you getting anything from him. So I kind of blame the front office for giving him that money because that's a 37-year-old right there. Why would you give him that amount of money knowing perfectly well that your team, the team that you have right there, is not in title contention, you know? And it puts you more in the luxury tax for the next few years. I mean, he signed 2 years, so it puts you more in the luxury tax for the next 2 years. But Russ comes off their book, so they can probably get 2-3 players that can kind of lower their luxury tax. So I feel like it was a good deal for LeBron. He secured the bag, and, you know, his final season, he has an opt-out, which I believe he's going to opt out and join whatever team Bronny joins or whatever team that drafts Bronny. But as far as LeBron being the GOAT, bro, he knows damn well he's not the GOAT. He knows damn well the GOAT is in Charlotte right now, owning the team. He knows he's not the GOAT. You came back from 3-1. I applaud you for that, but why would you even put yourself in that predicament right there? You know, I applaud you and I bash the Warriors for letting that happen on their watch because I believe that's the biggest choke job in NBA history. But I applaud LeBron for you know, having the mental toughness to, you know, battle and come back down from 3-1 and win the championship. But at the end of the day, you're not the GOAT.
Yeah, I agree. Anybody want to rebut that?
I agree with what everyone said. What Rick said is correct. It's more difficult now. Since he said he's the GOAT, that makes him the GOAT. People don't understand how many fans Jordan has, man. They're just waiting for his downfall. Anything that he makes, any mistakes that he makes, any moves that he makes, LeBron is in trouble, man. That was one of the biggest mistakes of his life when he said he was the GOAT. And a lot of people haven't seen Jordan play, and he said he's the GOAT. Probably they love the sneakers. You know, they judge LeBron by the sneakers too. So, like I said, LeBron is a mercenary, and Lakers had no choice. Lakers don't draft young talent to raise them anymore. I think the last guy they did that it was Kobe. So because the guy who used to draft well for them is on the other team, so Lakers had no choice to sign LeBron. So after LeBron, Lakers gonna suffer for a long time.
Yeah. You got my man Jamar. What's good, man?
What's up? What's up? Salute, y'all. Salute, panel.
Salute. What you got?
Hey. No, I agree with everybody on this panel, especially about the LeBron James thing. He's one hell of a player, bro. But like I said, bro, his game is only predicated of individuality. You know what I mean? With stats and whatnot. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. Like you said earlier, the only reason why he got Westbrook, I feel like this. I feel like he only got Westbrook to make him feel like a scapegoat for some reason. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So you can blame stuff on him and say, "Oh, Westbrook shooting air balls." Well, that's his game in general. We all know who Westbrook is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like he should have went and got somebody like Buddy Hield or DeMar DeRozan, and they would have probably been in a better position. You know what I mean?
When it was crazy you said that they had a chance to get DeRozan too. They had a
Yeah, I
legit
know.
chance to get DeRozan.
Yeah, they had a chance to get Rosen. I think Laurie. I'm not sure if Laurie was in the package or not. But yeah, that's who I would have went and gotten the Rosens, another slasher. I mean, it's obviously Russell's like a guard, and his game is similar to yours. Why would you
Mhm.
get somebody whose game is similar to yours? You know?
Because
And
he tried to, go ahead.
no, you good, bro.
No, but what he tried to do, I'm gonna tell you what I think. What my opinion is, they saw that Brooklyn Nets team with KD, Harden, and Durant, and they wanted to match up with that super team. Because remember, the talks was the Lakers and the Nets in the finals. LeBron's already seen that beast with KD when he has a super team, so he's like, hell no, I ain't finna go over there like this. I'm gonna have my super team over here to match up. So I said, the man's had three super teams in his career, bro. He has one with the
Yes,
Lakers. He's had
yes,
one with
bro.
Miami. He's had one with Cleveland. So I'm like Rick. I'm like, you can have them, but just win. That's
Right,
all we.
when?
That's all we ask,
Yeah, yeah, and he lost with every single one of them.
boy.
That's a
Sure
fact.
did.
That's another fact, bro. But you had the most help in history, and yet you're 4-6 in the finals.
But hey, they try to make it seem like because he played the Warriors is why he's 4-6. I'm like, it's always an excuse with
Right,
tired of hearing them.
right. That's not an excuse, man. He just played. I mean, they lost to him. Now, will Michael Jordan probably beating the Warriors? Probably not. But will Kobe probably beating them? Probably not. Well, he beat Boston.
He beat
He beat four.
Boston.
Thank you, thank you. That's my favorite player, Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to the Bean. You know what I'm saying? He
Mhm.
beat four people, bro. Ray John Rondo was on his people. They trying to say Ray John Rondo wasn't like that. Yeah, yes he was.
Yes, he
Bro,
was.
you crazy.
Yes, he
That
Yes
dude
was.
he
was
was.
averaging triple doubles like every other night.
Ray John Rondo was just got better. He was good then. They Paul Pierce and Ray and Kevin Garnett. Come on, man.
Yeah, bro.
And I disagree. I disagree with Kobe and MJ could not beat the Warriors. Rockets almost beat the Warriors with James
Yeah,
Harden.
yeah.
Kobe,
Oh,
I mean Kobe in the Lakers 2000, 2001, 2002 beat the Warriors.
okay, okay.
MJ,
I was yeah. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying we speaking facts. Because I
Yeah.
was thinking to myself yesterday, man. I was like, would the '01 Lakers beat the 17 Warriors? I said to myself, I don't know. 'Cause I like the Warriors too, but Kobe my favorite. I said, I don't know. Damn, with
there's
Shaq,
no
you
way
think Kobe and Shaq?
Zaza can stop a Shaq.
Yeah.
There's no way Zaza can stop Shaq.
Shaq
Right?
the X factor in all situations.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You ain't
Y'all
gonna
really think Shaq would dominate them Warriors? Because I don't know.
What?
Shaq
It's
would,
either way for
No,
me.
Are
man.
you kidding
boy.
me?
It
Shaq,
would be a slugfest, man. He would,
man.
man.
Because I mean, all right, let's talk about it. Who gonna stop Shaq? Like, who on that roster
Listen,
gonna stop Shaq?
who's gonna stop Shaq? Steph and Clay can't do it. Draymond show ain't gonna do it. Zaza ain't. I don't know. I don't think nobody is.
So
KD ain't gonna do it.
there you go. You already know who gonna win.
Yeah,
Those
right.
Lakers had a bench, man. Those Lakers had a bench. The Warriors with the KD, they didn't have a bench. The starters had to score a lot of points.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they really didn't have no bench besides Livingston and I don't Iguodala. I think I don't know if he was still with them. Yeah, but yeah, bro. Yeah, yeah, man.
And then
mm,
and
A
then
lot of people saying the Warriors could beat Kobe, and because they want to elevate LeBron GOAT argument.
Right, right. Don't get me wrong. I don't hate on LeBron. He's a great guy, a great player. He could be top five, top six to me, but he just not over Jordan or Kobe. I like LeBron too, but he's just not over Jordan or Kobe or some people say he's not. Some older, I mean, not older heads, excuse me. The people that was more older G's, they said Larry Bird was better than him. I was like, okay,
I mean,
I think Larry
I
Bird is
feel
nice though.
if I want to live and there's a shot for me to live, I'm not picking LeBron over Larry Bird.
Oh yeah, right. That's hey, bro. That should tell you everything right there. Who's the better player? Might be Larry Bird.
Mhm.
Cause yeah, but even though the stats got LeBron as the best player though in the clutch, I still don't. I'm still not agreeing with that.
The
I'm
best
still
player in
not.
the clutch. Wow. Okay.
Yes, they say LeBron's the best player in the clutch. Yes, but I don't. I'm still not going with that. I don't care.
I mean, there was a guy here that was arguing with me that LeBron is better than Larry Bird. I don't know why he's not coming on anymore. So
Will.
He can't. He can't. I talked to him the other day, bro. He said he can't stomach you. He says you cool. You know, you seem like a cool guy. He just said like you. He after that he was done. He was like I ain't coming back on. I be trying to get him on.
Bruce got Bruce.
um,
Bruce made
I mean, I understand. I understand. I know why he likes LeBron. LeBron runs away from challenges. Oh, that's why.
Yeah, but Kendall Smith said them Bulls would have been the Warriors. Yeah, I think they in them '96 Bulls when they had Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, Ron Harper, they had defense everywhere. So if you able to like bother Curry and bother Clay, you pretty much got the Warriors. Now, if you're talking about the super team Warriors, okay, that would be a different story. But I mean, just because Jordan is Jordan, I think he would have tried to find a way to beat this team. Just because you're dealing with the GOAT.
I mean, defense would have stopped them. You got to remember, you talking about Scottie Pippen and Jordan on that front part of the key. Like, dude, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if people really study and watch basketball. Go back to the '91 championship against the Lakers, man. Magic was still balling.
Mm-hmm.
Magic 6'9", and man, Scottie Pippen was on his ass like honey on bees. He wasn't letting him breathe. So think about the stature of a Magic Johnson and the stature of a Curry in a Thompson. Like they ain't nowhere near Magic Johnson. Like I mean, yeah, they could shoot better than Magic Johnson, but they ain't nowhere near Magic Johnson. Like Magic could, man. Magic was what, and arguably the greatest point guard of all time. So it's like if you shutting that down on defense, the hell is a small frame 6'3" guy gonna do to a 6'8", 6'9", or 6'7" Scottie Pippen that was a pit bull on defense? Like, dude, and then you got Jordan on the other side playing just as mean on defense. Like, bro, that's not. That's why it's like you really got to study the game, y'all. You really got to go watch these people play, man. Like, I know people like stats, but watch them with your eyes. You could put it together. That's
Mm-hmm.
why. That's why when you brought up the Lakers, like Lakers against, it's like who gonna stop Shaq? Y'all remember who Shaq was? Who gonna stop him? Who's on the Warriors bench gonna stop Shaq?
Yeah. That's something I would like to see, man.
I saw Shaq on one play. They was actually fouling this man, like trying to hold on to him. He still dunked the damn ball and ran down. I said, God, dog, man.
Too strong, Shaq. Bro, that era was different, dude.
I was like, man, look, man, Shaq leaving bruises on folks. He ain't even like hitting you. He's just playing ball. I'm like, God, Lee, man. Like, nah, man, you got like, whether it's go ahead, Bruce. Like, you about to say something?
Yeah, the argument that KD cannot be stopped is over because Jason Tatum is not a better defender than Scottie Pippen.
Mm-mm. By a long shot. Nope.
Oh yeah, that's facts. That's facts.
By a long shot. Nah. And I mean, had KD's number. I'm talking about KD. So KD touched the ball fumbling the ball. I'm like,
right.
Come on.
Hey, yo, play for keeps 20. That's facts, bro. Jordan was a killer. He made everybody better. LeBron doesn't. I don't think LeBron really makes people better like people think he do. He just you just have to sacrifice something and listen to him on a court. That's it, and take what he wants you to do. When you notice when these players like Lonzo, Kyle Kuzma, Brandon Ingram, Alex, what you call my man Alex that plays for Chicago.
Alex Caruso.
Yeah, Caruso. Yeah, they appreciate it.
Yeah.
Hell, even Jordan Clarkson. Julius, bro, all these dudes, they gamed and decreased. I mean, increased when they left LeBron. If you notice that,
Brandon
check the
Ingram.
numbers. Yeah. But look how they balling now. Lonzo, look how they balling now.
Yeah.
You
And
know
I
what I'm
say
saying?
this all. Where you from, bro? You sound like you from LA.
Who me? No, I'm from Dallas.
You from Dallas? Okay. It's how you kind of like you got a little West Coast to you, but
Yeah, I was born in California though. So
okay, there you go. But nah, bro. I think this whole thing with LeBron always like making his teammates better. I don't know where this notion came from, bro. I don't know if it came from Shannon Sharp or Nick Wright or Kendrick Perkins. Like he makes his teammates better. He's a pass first point guard. I'm like, none of that. If you like you said, Rick, you watch with your eyes. His game is not pass first. His
right.
game, he's a scorer, bro. You can't average 27 points your whole career and be as physically dominant as you is and be called just an assist guy. Magic Johnson was a pass first. John Stockton was a pass first. Those are pass first point guards.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's crazy because again, like I said, the media will always control the narrative of how the masses feel if you don't get out there and really do your own research and your own evaluation. So yeah.
Hey, man, I'm telling you. And then, depending on the crowd you talking to, like you said, if you're talking to the OGs, they'll laugh at you. You talking to somebody born in 2005, LeBron is all they know. And that's it. That's all they know. They'll be like, yeah, they remember Kobe, but they don't know Kobe. They just saw him. But they grew up with LeBron. Like literally, that's all they saw. So
Right.
it's like BJ said, unless you do your due diligence, like me and BJ wasn't around for Magic and Bird, but guess what? We do our due diligence. We go back, we go study, we go look at stats, we go look at they play. And I'm gonna tell you right now, Larry wasn't athletically as gifted as LeBron, but Larry somehow it was weird, man. Like it's like he wasn't as athletic, but the dude was cold, man. I was like, damn. And then it's like when you start looking at his personal like videos of people talk about him, or you go watch what he says to people and all that. Like Larry would literally do what Jordan used to do to people. Like he'll demoralize you. He'll get out there and be like, I'm gonna drop this on you, or I'm gonna do this to you, and then do it. Like that dude was mean, and that's one thing I'm gonna segue into. Players back in the day were just mean. They were mean. It's like now it's more cupcake-ish. It's like everybody shaking. Ain't nothing wrong with it, but it's like when me and BJ play against each other, we play against each other. We still bros after the game, but we play against each other. Like
compete.
We compete. All this, y'all is my friend, and you know what I'm saying. We went to Louisville High. No, when the basketball's on we play ball. Like all this, I don't know what happened, man. I really don't know what happened. It used to be more fun. It used to be more competitive. And like I said, like even when you go back to Isaiah Thomas and Magic and them before Jordan really got hot back in the 90s, like they were like some people don't realize Isaiah Thomas and Bird were like best friends. But when they played against each other, it didn't look like it.
Right.
So I'm just like, I don't know what happened. I'm like, it's competitive for that's what makes the game fun. But nowadays, man, it's like, yo, let's all hook up, man. Let's share Instagrams and Twitters and banana boats and all kind of stuff. It's just I don't know what happened, man. And I'm not against it. I just want to see some competitiveness, man. Because somewhere down the wire, it just turned into like, we was on the same AAU team, man. You know what I'm saying? We used to share ice creams, all that kind of stuff. I'm like, man.
I think there's some young players that are competitors now, like Luka, Giannis.
Oh yeah, I agree. I agree with that. But the ones we want to be competitive is the one that's making me sick.
Right, like the LeBrons and the KDs.
I think John Morant's competitive. Him and Bane are really competitive.
He's super competitive.
Right. Yeah. Like you can put Jesus on the court with all power and they'll go at him. Like I like they competitive. I like that. You know what I mean? But it's like the players that we want to be competitive, it's like, I just like, I don't know if a lot of y'all, now I know Bruce will definitely remember this. When LeBron got to the Lakers before he even played a game, and they was asking him all the questions. The Lakers want to win. So they was asking him questions like, so when we expect the championship, LeBron, when are you expecting to go to the finals? And he trying to dodge them, and they like, nah, we don't do that here. We don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
We win here. And LeBron was trying to figure out every way. That's why I feel like in that bubble championship, he was playing his butt off like he was. That's why I felt like he was going, like he was looking like the old retro LeBron. Because I was like, man, why he playing different? He got some fire in him. What's going? Because that LA crowd ain't playing with you. They don't care about what you did on the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah.
What you did, they don't give a damn. Like, what you gonna do now?
Right.
And LeBron was like, they wasn't finna cupcake him. They was like, nah, bro, we used to winning. We like to see chips. Our damn Phil Jackson doing this. We like to see hands like chips.
Yeah. You got 17 banners. I mean, like, you spoiled, bro. You don't really. You run us one championship. There's people that's in LA that still don't like LeBron. They got him a championship, bro. Like, you got one championship. Okay. Next.
That's their mentality.
Yeah,
Now,
for real. I know the people in LA, they like, shit, bro. You got to keep winning, bro.
You got to keep winning. That's what they used to.
Yeah, if you comparing yourself to the greats, like Magic's, the Kobe's, the Kareem's, like who's won multiple titles, then that's what you have to do. Maybe a little bit unfair, but that's what, if you try to put yourself in that category, then that's what you have to do.
It ain't unfair when we talking about LeBron. Hell, when you got the damn teams that you had, like it's not unfair when you comparing it to him, because you literally showed it throughout the whole show. He's the player in history with super teams, multiple super teams. So it's like, hey, like me and you always say, just like KD, the most recent one in our new era, I don't care, just win. I don't care what you got, just win. If you want to join the super, fine, win. That's all I care about. And that's what he did. So that's why I don't talk about it. I'm only talking about him because we're doing now in Brooklyn. That's the reason why I talk about KD like I do. Outside of that, before that, I was quiet. Like, long as he winning, because he's supposed to. Now, if he would have went to the Warriors and got beat, I'd have been like, oh man, like, yeah,
if you went to Warriors and got beat, bro, like, your ass don't even deserve to be top 15.
Man, I'd be like, woo, boy. But he did what he was supposed to do. And LeBron, when you got super teams the way you did, that's all I can say. Hey, I'm not finna baby you. I'm not finna sugarcoat it. That don't look good.
Wait, right. I got a question though.
Good.
So BJ and everybody that plays basketball on this panel, like when y'all pull up to a park, right? Do you want to play with guys that are sorry, or you want to play with guys that are as your, if not better?
I'll let somebody else answer.
I go because he said me. Okay, so I will say this because I regularly still play ball with strangers and everything. Now it all depends on. I pretty much pay attention to their skill set, what they like to do, and I adapt to the game. Because see, I can rebound the whole game. There's been games where we'd be on a winning streak where I'm just getting rebounds. I'm just out rebounding everybody, but I notice a guy, he can shoot really good. He runs the court, so I look for him. Or if I play with a team where there are a bunch of rebounders, I play the point guard, shoot the ball off the screen. Or if it's a team where they don't really play defense, they just want to shoot, then I just run everywhere. I'll be the little Dennis Rodman. I pretty much adapt to what I have around me. But it goes back to what I was saying. I want to win. I figure out a way to win. Because I've been in so many situations where I play with strangers where I just pay attention to their behavior. Like if I see a guy, he likes to shoot a lot. Okay, cool. And if he can shoot, I'm going to get him open. I'm going to get the rebound and look for him. I'm going to set him up. I'm going to come set a screen. I'm going to do what I have to do, block out the man to let him do his thing. But that's what I'm saying. LeBron has to have that same mentality. It's like, okay, you pick the people. It's the only difference between me and LeBron is I don't know these people. I'm actually learning on the fly. You've seen these people play their whole career. You've seen Westbrook and OKC. You've seen AD with the Pelicans because they all say that LeBron is a video connoisseur. Like he literally studies people. He knows the game so well. So if anything, you should have a upper leg than most players in the league when it comes to who you about to play with and how you can make that work for you. So when I make the comment of saying figure out a way to win, and we use examples in the past to show how other players figured out a way to win, it's just like that's all I'm saying. When I play with a stranger and I see what they're good at and what they're weak at, I just compliment their strengths. And I feel like LeBron has the IQ to do that.
All right, let me just follow that up. So you want to play with guys that you think you can win with, right? So you can stay on the court longer.
I mean, the whole point is to win, but I can't choose
Right.
who I'm playing with. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Go ahead.
So why do we have a problem when Kevin Durant joins Golden State? Because he figured out these are the guys that I can win with.
Well,
never had a problem with it.
Right. And I think that's what it is. Like, Rick, I mean, me personally, bro, like, did I like kind of like look at it a little bit kind of like strange? I'm like, yeah, it's a super team, but I'm like, hey, once he won those championships and you didn't really hear nothing about, okay, yeah, he's just on a super team except from LeBron people. The whole talks was Kevin Durant's the best player now. That was the talks because you win in championships. You were the best player on the Warriors. You went to them, you did what you're supposed to do, and you won. The only people try to take credit from him and say KD ain't nothing is people who support LeBron. Because he's the reason why that he kept LeBron from winning multiple championships. That's the reason why people don't like KD or LeBron fans. But I'm with Rick. I'm like, bro, if you win, then I can't say nothing. But it's the fact that not only you get what you want, you get your team, and you underachieve, and you still get the chance to be called the GOAT. That's the problem I have because you're playing both sides. Either you get your team and you win, or you stick with your team and you play with what you have and you make the best of it. But you can't have it both ways. And I think that's why a lot of people get a little bit upset and get sick of LeBron because like he can never lose. He's never in a lose. He never is accountable for him. So no other player I can remember in history has had that luxury or superstar who's had this many accommodations, had this many stipulations and conditions just to be able to win, but you still top 5. Like, yeah.
What up, Unc? What up, Unc? He said, what up, nephew? What up, Unc?
What up, Unc? But yeah, man. We're gonna close it out, man, in a minute. So what's some last things we gotta say? I know there's people in here kind of asking questions, but some last thoughts we got, man, before we end it.
Play for Keeps said Jordan was a serial killer on the court. He made everyone better around him. I'm gonna tell you another thing about Jordan. Jordan didn't play with you. Like Jordan, like you gonna play when you're on the court with him. That's one thing I noticed about him. Even watching that series he had on Netflix, it was like he wanted you to play at your best. You know what I mean? And he even made a comment saying, putting pressure on another player to play as hard as me. He goes, he understood mentally that's tough because he knew himself. He was like, but at the very least, he wanted you to play at your best. So he pushed guys. He pushed guys really hard. And when he seen them not going as hard as they possibly could, he had an issue with them. But again, that's another way of basically figuring out how to win. Jordan wanted you to play at your best. He wanted the best version of you out there. You know what I'm saying? He knew you were going to play like him. He understood that, but he wanted you to play. Dennis Rodman, he was a mean guy, but he played at his best. Scottie Pippen played at his best. Everybody on the team played at their best. That's all he wanted. And then he did the rest from there. So it's like, hey, man, these great players in league's history, they figured out a way to win with what they had. Or if we using KD as a reference points, you go somewhere and you win. But long as you win, that's the whole point. We just want to see some championships. We don't want to hear that you're a triple-double, king and all this. Look, man, Oscar Robertson was a triple-double king. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, we want to see some chips.
Exactly.
What's funny is Jordan, the last tweet of Jordan, Jordan was not even Jordan, that was not the best Jordan. That was past his prime. It was still really great, but that was past prime. Was not even prime Jordan because he was doing more fadeaways. the thing that you guys saw Kobe doing the last couple of years. That's why he was doing. And the Rodman that play when they won the three-peat, that was not even prime Rodman. That was past his prime Rodman. I think it was 36, 37.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And he was performing so well. So what I hate about LeBron, I don't hate LeBron, I hate his fans. They always blaming others for LeBron failures.
For failures, right?
That's why I hate. And defending, hey, what about this? What about that? I have never seen so much whataboutism about a player.
I'm about to start using that. What about this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always, but Jordan lost in the first round. He was 1-9. The guy, go look at all the teammates Jordan had when he lost against prime Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, Danny Johnson. You know, who was gonna beat those teams?
Never threw his teammates under the bus either.
Come on, man.
Man. And then I don't know if a lot of people understand because they hear Bird a lot. McHale was a dog. Yo, a lot of people don't y'all need people who say they love basketball, y'all need to go YouTube that, man. Yeah, y'all need to YouTube him. That dude was a dog, man. So not only did you have Bird on the team, but that center, oh my God, man. Like players, Charles Barkley talked about him. I hated playing against that dude. Charles Barkley?
Yeah.
That dude was cold too. But he said out of his own mouth, I hated playing against McKell. Like, I hated that guy, man. You couldn't stop him. He was gonna do his thing. So you got a player like that, you got Parrish, then you got Prime Bird. Come on, man. Like Bruce is saying, like, yeah, and then it should have been called the Chicago Jordans, not the Bulls. Back then, Chicago Jordans. That's what it was back when he came in the league. Because when nobody cared about no Bulls back when he came in. It was all Jordan made Chicago the spot. Like, I'm telling you, like, only reason why people wear Bull jerseys now
because of Jordan.
Probably like Rose, but I'm saying Jordan made Chicago that spot.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Thomas hate Jordan like that.
Like, man. And then, you know, LeBron, you know, you got 4 chips, 3 different teams, but, you know, I don't know, man. Like, I guess Cleveland that spot, I guess, because he did win a chip there. So I don't know really what spot he wants to pick, but it's just like, I don't even know. You know, I think when I think of Kobe late, like, it's like LA is that spot. You know what I mean? You know,
I don't think Cleveland won that championship. It's the Warriors gave that championship to Cleveland, especially Draymond Green. That's why he's best friend with LeBron now. He's everywhere that LeBron is going. So.
Yeah.
Fact.
I mean, you get 19 years in the league, you're gonna get some luck gonna be on your side at some point.
Well, they didn't have oh, Vince Carter been in 20 years. That man.
Real. But hey, Bubba, let's get your last thoughts, man, before we end it. Bubba.
He probably walked off.
Yeah.
He is at Ben Simmons' house. So.
Oh,
we got a shooting machine too. That nigga, man. We need to talk about him.
Man, Ben, man. Because what did you say, BJ? He said he don't want to shoot.
Yeah, he didn't want to shoot.
That don't even make sense, man. It's like that's part of the game, man. You gotta shoot the ball. You gotta shoot the rock, man.
Yeah, that's just saying you can't shoot in a nice way. But nigga, if I can shoot, why wouldn't I shoot if I can shoot?
Man. And Ben's actually a good player. That's the thing, man. I don't really play with Ben too much. He's actually a good player, man. Like,
he's a real good player.
Yeah, he's a good player, man. I guess when he said that threw me off. I'm like, I don't want to shoot. What you mean? Like, shoot, Dwight Howard used to shoot threes and he shouldn't have been shooting. Like, you can't let Dwight Howard outshoot you.
Nah, you can't.
I have a question. If the Clippers pick up Dwight Howard, wouldn't that be great?
Oh yeah.
He definitely can move with the team a lot better.
Bro, if he man, and he would definitely take that if he goes to the Clippers. I think the Clippers got one more big move, bro. They got one move they're gonna make and they'll be set.
And what's crazy is Dwight Howard get a lot of hate, but even after his back injury, the dude was still putting up good numbers, man. That's what's crazy about it. Yeah.
To me, it's top 75 over Dame, over a lot of those guys. I see top 75 over Anthony Davis. He's better. He had a better career than Anthony Davis.
But hey, remember what we said, man. They only remember what you did recently. They forget what you did. Like he's a 3-time defensive player in a row.
In a row. He got 4 of them, but 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and I want to say this though. Tony Parker's not a top 75 player. I was shocked. 4-time champion, finals MVP.
Hold on, wait. He's not?
He's not.
No, he's not.
That missed me.
And Anthony Davis is a top 75 player. A player who has a losing record as a Pelican, a losing record without LeBron on the Lakers. How is he top 75?
Man, it gotta be 15-year-old kids making these lists.
Yeah.
It got to.
How did Dame is top 75 to me? That's the most shock I've been. I was like, what? What has he done?
Recency, bro. Because people look at Dame and Dame is one of my favorite players, but because of how he's the clutch guy and he's had, he's cool for, what I'm saying, the image, and they just forget about the other players. Like he ain't better, like Paul George is better than Dame. He's had a better career. Trace McGrady's had a better career. Nah, he has.
Bro, we was bashing him last time, bro.
Tracy McGrady is talented, more talented than Dame, but I don't think he had a better career. Too much failures, man. You were beating Dallas. You won 2 games at their house, and you went home and you lost. You were leading Detroit 3-1, and you lost. The only time you go past the first one was on the bench with the Spurs.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. Okay, well, yeah, PG, Tony Parker. Tony Parker should be over Dame.
Definitely should be.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But they put certain guys that they like on that list.
And then
to me, Tony Parker is better than I'd rather have Tony Parker than James Harden. I know a lot of people are gonna say I'm crazy, but I'd rather have Tony Parker than
crazy. You ain't crazy at all, man. People who don't, like I said, people have that recent memory. Like Tony Parker at one point was the fastest point guard in the league. Like he was like lightning, man. That dude was crazy with it. And then a lot of players I think about, they have signature moves. Tony Parker had that little spin dishwasher move. He always go to the hoop. Like it's just like that dude had that overcross he used to do, hit that spin on you, and that was 100%. It's like when he did it, I said, "Oh, that's buckets." Like he hit that every time, buckets. I'm like, bro, and you knew he do it because he'd throw the ball over, he'd throw it over instead of like a regular crossover, he'd throw it overhand, hit that spin on you, buckets. I'm like, golly, unstoppable.
I mean, yeah, before Curry started to destroy Chris Paul, Tony Parker used to destroy Chris Paul. So.
Oh yeah,
man. But man, you got me want to go watch Tony Parker videos now. That dude was something else. He was something else, man.
But all right, fellas, that's gonna conclude today's show, man. Lasting things, man. What y'all got? Last words.
I want to give you guys your flowers, and you guys are doing a great job. That's the best podcast right now. Underrated. You guys gonna finish the year great, and you guys should be number 1 because we always finish the podcast with no yelling, no cursing, no threat of I'm gonna kill you or something. So I appreciate you guys. I'm very happy to have discovered you guys, and I'm gonna be there. From now on, you guys are the best.
Bro, appreciate you, man. We always love you, Bruce, man.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Come on, man. We appreciate that. I'm not good with compliments and pleasantry. That made me feel all warm, but I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
Salute first time on channel. What up, Diesel D? You know who Diesel D is, BJ?
No, I ain't never seen him.
Okay, well, salute, man. Salute. We glad you're here. Keep coming back.
Yes, sir. Hit that sub button, brother. Bubba, got last words, man?
Yeah, I'd like to give y'all flowers as well. Best podcast so far. Very, very respected channel. Nobody curses at each other and nobody attacks people personally. Strictly basketball. That's all I want to say. And hey, the 76ers in the finals for next year.
Yo, where you at?
Man, I'm going, man, he gonna be talking the next time he come on here.
Hey,
He gonna be looking for you, Bubba.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. A few nights ago, Unc and Bubba tears, man. Them two was going back at it.
Yeah, man.
And what Unc say? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. Man, we definitely appreciate it, y'all, man. We definitely appreciate everybody on the panel. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man,
y'all come back to this next coming week. We got a lot of good shows, man. So salute to you and Bruce, man. Bubba and Bruce.
All right. Later.
Later. All right.
Go Sixers.
Go Sixers. Man, great show, brother. You know what I mean? Always have a pleasure with Bruce and Bubba coming on, man. And yeah, everybody come back this upcoming. We got a lot of good stuff coming. Good topics, you know, nothing changes. And yeah, man, really give me your social media and get up out of here, bro.
Hey man, y'all already know who it is. It's your co-host that does the most at Rick Masters 23, at Rick Masters 23, or Mr. Lee on Instagram. Rick Masters everywhere else. Government name Broderick Masters. You can find me anywhere, man. But hey, as per usual, hey y'all, the Pull Up Podcast basketball shirts, man. Y'all got to get the sweaters. We got white and black sweaters. We got hoodies. You know what I'm saying? Kendall Smith, this comeback. Hey, we do the show almost every day, man. So you'll see us hop on. Just make sure you like, you know, click that subscribe button, man. You'll get little bells, man, to let you know when BJ is on. Sometime I hop on during the week. So hey, man, this ain't like the last show or nothing. Just stay involved, stay with us. But yo, man, we got the hoodies, we got the shirts, we got the sweaters, as y'all can see, man. Hit up me or B Jizzle, man, in our DMs, and we'll get back at you. B Jizzle, back to you.
Like my man said, you know what I'm saying, Kendall, just hit that. When you go into the YouTube, hit the subscribe button, as well as there's a notification bell on the right side of the top of the screen. You click that, you'll get all of our updated content. We about to get ready to go live, bro. So we got plenty of content for y'all, man. And like my boy said, continue to follow us on all social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, the Pull Up Basketball Podcast, YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Share with your friends and family. Respectfully say until next time, pull up a seat, pull up a chair, pull out. Peace. Out here like swim wow.